Let's draw a patterned heart inspired by Romero Britto. Let's start by drawing a heart in the middle of our paper. I am holding the paper in landscape orientation. I like to start my heart at the bottom where the point is and then work my way up. So I'm going to make first one side of my heart and then the other side of my heart. I'm drawing very loosely and lightly with my pencil. Then I'm going to try to make the exact same shape on the other side. Once I'm happy with the shape of my heart, I can then switch over to a permanent marker. It might be nice to have different sized markers like a chisel tip and a bullet nib tip. Once I've gone over the shape with the marker, I can erase any pencil lines that are showing, and then brush away any of the residue from the eraser. Now I want to use the permanent marker to divide the heart into different parts. I'm going to make first two diagonal lines that cut through the sides of the heart, and the lines are going to go beyond the heart itself, and then I'm going to divide that again with another line that comes from the side and goes partway through the heart but not all the way out. Next, I want to divide up the background space. So I'm going to start by making lines that kind of radiate away from the heart just to divide the space up into sections. And then I'm going to use the marker to then further divide some of those spaces into smaller parts. You might be dividing your heart and your background a little bit differently because your artwork is unique. Just remember to look at our artist of inspiration for how to make the marks. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller nibbed marker to add some patterns inside of the different shapes that we've created by dividing up the heart in the background. I am using some patterns that are inspired by our inspiration artist, but I could also make up some of my own patterns if I wanted to. I don't want all of my patterns to have a black outline, so for some of them I'm going to go right in with the color markers and just be very careful and intentional about which colors I choose and how I decide to color in the spaces. For some spaces that I know I have a lighter color and then a darker color, I might color in the entire space with the lighter color first and then apply the pattern over the top with the darker color. That works best with light colors like yellow, sometimes pink or light blue, but for other colors it won't work as well. So you wouldn't want to color an entire area with a dark purple or dark blue and then try to go over it with another color. It might not show your pattern very well. I also like to think about all of the places where I might use the same color and use that color for everything that's going to be red, for example, and then go back and switch colors to a second color. That way I've made sure that my colors are spread out across my composition, which gives my composition some balance and visual interest. You'll notice if you're using water-based markers like I am, that when you apply one color over another, you might even get a new third color altogether. That's what's happening as I'm using light blue over the pink. I'm getting a purple color for my flowers. So be aware of that as you're choosing which colors to layer on top of each other. You might actually get a completely new and different color than what you had intended. I hope you've enjoyed making your pattern-filled Romero Britto inspired heart with me today.